River's risen, so I can't sit in my usual spot. Kind of sucks, but it's kind of nice at the same time. It's really a nice deep river. That's the American River, in case you're wondering. So, I'm blogging because I got nothing else. I got nothing better to do other than just sit and program, write code all day for nobody except myself, which is good because I learn a lot. So that's what I've been doing. I'm doing a lot of Linux systems programming, some kernel modules, that kind of thing. There's a whole untapped market of people that need that kind of work, and interestingly, and I'm connecting up with them. I answered some ads on Dice and Craigslist, and Dice has been tremendous. I've gotten all kinds of responses. I had like 5, 6, 7, I don't know how many phone calls today from various people. Unfortunately, most of them are way on the other side of the country, or they're in Seattle, which I'd love to live in Seattle, but San Francisco would work too. San Francisco, Oakland. I saw an ad yesterday or the day before, actually last week, I think, or late last week. I saw an ad for a position that is right in line with what I do. It's working with the GNU tool set and the GNU debugger and all the shell scripting and all that stuff, which is what I like doing and what I'm best at. And this ad was great. It was everything that I wanted to do. It was in Oakland, which is okay. I don't particularly care for Oakland, but it'll work. If I can live in San Francisco and take BART into Oakland, that'd be great. So the guy called me, the main guy, the head, he's the CTO. I don't know if he's the owner or not. It kind of sounded like the owner. He was talking like he was the owner, but his title in his email that he sent me was CTO, so that's fine. He runs a site that produces gaming software, like, you know, for poker and that kind of thing. But the technology they're using is great. I love it. That was my go-to job. I really wanted that job, and thank God they called me. And I don't know. I think they can. I think I'll be able to work with these guys. I hope. I'm gonna go down next week. I'm gonna drive down to Oakland, and with my roommate, my friend. He's got business in the city anyway, so I'm gonna drop him off, go over to Oakland, meet with these guys, and hopefully it'll work out all good. It'll go better than expected. I had a Skype interview last week. I mentioned in my last video, and it was weird because the whole interview went great. I had 2 interviews with these people, and the Skype interview I thought went wonderfully. They seemed to jive with me, and I jive with them, and I answered all their questions, and it all went great. And then I heard back late, yesterday I think it was. I'm waiting Monday, Tuesday, nothing. Finally I call the recruiter, and I say, look, what's the deal? And he says, well, I got an email from them 5 minutes ago, or 2 hours ago. It's always the way. He was very apologetic. He said they had a problem with my testing methodology. Of all the things to nitpick about, they didn't mention they had any problem with it. They asked me about my testing extensively. They use test-driven development, which I think is fine. I understand the concept. As I explained in my interview, I haven't had the opportunity to use it because it's never been implemented in any place I've ever worked. No one's ever done it. It probably should have been. I understand the concept. I think it's a good idea, but I never had to do it because nobody made me. Why would I flip around like that? Being a maverick is one thing, but on that, I come from white box testing, and that test-driven development's a little different. I don't know if it's newer or what, but it's not something that I've done. I've never had to. No one's ever said you will do test-driven development. We've just done white box testing. Big fucking deal. And for that reason, because I didn't have experience in test-driven development, they didn't want to hire me. And these guys, I know, these guys have been through candidate after candidate, and the recruiter told me they are very difficult to place. Very few people have gone to the second interview with these guys. Yours went very well, but they are hung up on that one little aspect of it. And it's so nitpicky, it's ridiculous. At least I didn't get shot down for any other reason. I actually can handle that one fine. There's plenty of other fish in the sea, and thank God these other guys called. I talked to the CTO guy from this other company in Oakland just like a half hour ago, and it just went really well, and I'm going to meet with them Wednesday. And hopefully I'll impress them with my skills, including my poker skills. Sitting in jail, you tend to play a lot of poker. I wouldn't say I'm a shark, but at least I know how to play. A lot of different games. There's lots of different variants of poker. I learned them all. I learned draw and hold'em and all these different variants on hold'em and passing the button and all that crap. Hours and hours and hours of it. Oh my god. I lost a lot of money. My wife would put money on my books and I'd spend it all on junk food and give it to the fucking card sharks in the jail cell, but that was, or at least it was a way to pass the time. Kind of make friends, sorta. You know, in jail, which is kind of a nice thing. But anyway, thank God that's over. I don't have to talk to my probation officer for another few months, and I'm hoping after that maybe I'll be done. But for now, I need to get a job, and hopefully these guys will see their way fit to letting me in there. Being able to talk directly to somebody like a CEO or proprietor really helps. That's how I got my last job. It's a big help. So we'll see. I'll do another update when I can, and I know nobody's watching this, but I'm doing it for myself anyway. It's fine. It's a reflective time for me to make these stupid videos. And I will definitely, you know what? I will definitely take this, take my phone with me and film film as much of the situation as I can. Let's see one. I think it would be interesting. I'm almost tempted to ask them if they'll let me film at least some parts of the interview and post it, and I'll tell them the whole story and why I'm doing it, and maybe they'll get a kick out of that. I don't know. I have to think about that. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but this is definitely a definite plus. This is a good opportunity. I hope they take me up on it. I hope I get it. Something I really want. If I can get back to the city and get set up and get my own place again, I'd really like that. I like San Francisco. I really enjoy it. I love it every time I'm there. I'm a city guy. I'm not a country guy. I like the country. I like to visit it, but I like the convenience of the city, and it's very interesting. Lots of stuff to do. I loved it when I was living in Seattle. I love Seattle. And then I had my own place in San Francisco. I love that. I love San Francisco. I didn't really like where I was living. I was living in Sunnyside, next to the college. No, actually next to the university. In a huge apartment tract. If you're familiar with the city, you probably know what I'm talking about. That, not so much. This time I'm going to do it right. I'm going to get a place in the city somewhere. That'll be expensive, but I'm going to get something like that. Not where I was. That place in Sunnyside too, man. That was like just a little shy of $2,000 a month to maintain. That was ridiculous. But you're probably not going to do much better than that. I think if I can find a small place for like $1,400, $1,500, even in Mission, if I could get something in the Mission District, I'd be alright. I've been to the Mission District, it's fine. There's lots of stores and restaurants and stuff there too, so. Nothing wrong with the Mission District, not these days. Maybe back in the day it wasn't so hot, but now it's fine. The only place I know that I don't want to live is Bayshore. That would not be good. There's a lot of cheap places in Bayshore too, but I've been there. It's not pretty. Parts of it look like a war zone. Still. Even with the gentrification going on and whatnot, it hasn't touched Bayshore at all. So, another video in a week, and maybe we'll get a look at the inside of a gaming company. Out.